Hello, good afternoon. If you're watching this part of the video, you're watching the replay. Make sure to use hashtag replay so I can thank you so much for watching. If you want to be notified anytime I go live, all you need to do, press down on my face, hit follow, ring the bell. And if another presenter shared this video with you, please make sure that you go back and you shop with her. For those of you new here, welcome. My name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full-time. I love makeup and skincare. And I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best and have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And today I thought I would share with you what to do if the foundation you ordered is not quite the right shade. All right. So if you find this video helpful, please make sure that you share it with your friends. Sharing is caring. I did go ahead, as I was doing my intro, I put on my Moodstruck Eye Primer. This is great at really allowing those pigments to pop, prevent them from creasing, hold them in place all day long. And then for my face, what I like to do is I like to use the Touch Glorious Face Primer. I think primers are so important, you all, because they really help to fill in those fine lines and wrinkles and hold your face makeup in place all day long. So I love the Touch Glorious Face Primer. I rub it in between my fingers to kind of warm it up a little bit. And then I just apply it mainly like on the cheeks where those pores are a little bit bigger, and then right in the middle of my forehead where those little lines are. I did get Botox back in November, beginning of November, and then also collagen, you all. Consistent use of collagen has made a big difference in really minimizing those fine lines and wrinkles. If you're not using collagen consistently and you want to try it, I'm doing a 30-day challenge during the month of December. So just comment challenge if you're interested in trying out the collagen. Hey, Shelly. Hi, how are you? Okay, so I got this message yesterday that somebody had ordered a foundation and they felt like it wasn't exactly the right color. And I was like, oh, I should do a video about this because I think that sometimes I do these things so fast that I just want to slow down and take a minute and show you exactly what it is that I do. So that way, hopefully this is helpful for you and you can take this information and apply it to your own makeup routine. I think sometimes it can be challenging, especially like when we're going into the winter months. I talk about this in the summer months when sometimes, or like spring and fall mainly, where some days it's really sunny and warm, and then other days it's dark and cloudy and cold. At least that's how it is here in Indiana, where the weather is just like this constant roller coaster. It is horrible. So I thought I would share with you a video with some tips and tricks on what to do. All right. And what I like to do personally. All right. Now, the first thing I will tell you is oftentimes when I get asked to help with a color match, I will typically refer somebody to one or two shades. And the reason why, for me personally, I like to have my foundation lighter and then I like to warm it up with some bronzer. I know some people, they prefer their foundation to be just a little bit darker. Some people, they want it to be the exact match. I think of course, you can always message me questions. Do not ever hesitate to ask a question. Okay, Shelly? I think that sometimes it can be hard to find the exact perfect match just because your color can change. All right. So what I wanted to do, I put on my face primer. I let that set for about 5 minutes or so. This is what I recommend doing is take a couple of bottles of foundation. So not just one, take two, and you can kind of mix and create the perfect shade for you. All right. Now, I went to the Goodwill. The Good of the Will is what I call it. This is the sticker on the backside where the price tag was. I took that off. I went to the Goodwill and I just got this glass plate. You can order some kind of fancy plate, you all. I got mine at the Goodwill. Okay, you just wash it with soap and water. You're good to go. Okay, and what you can do, So it doesn't matter what foundation you use. Today I'm going to be using the Serum Plus foundation from Younique, but really this is applicable to any foundation. I mean, my goodness, I have let me show you this. I have all kinds of drugstore foundation. I really like this one here from Maybelline Fit Me. It's the Matte Plus Poreless. This is good if you like full coverage, really matte foundation. You all know I'm obsessed with matte. I have this foundation probably like in 3 or 4 different shades. So you can do it with that. If you want kind of a really cheap matte foundation, Wet n Wild has one. I feel like I'm just putting chemicals on my face, so I'm a little bit hesitant on that one. But essentially, there's the foundations that I use, whether it's Younique or otherwise, these tips and tricks can apply. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Serum Plus foundation. I really like this because it is like skincare and foundation in one bottle. Plus, Younique follows European standards, and so in the United States, we only ban like 50 chemicals from our makeup and skincare. In the European standards, they ban like 1,500. It is crazy, you all. So crazy. So this is the shade Islet. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to take this shade here. This is called Taffeta. All right. And I'm going to kind of drop these both on the plate so you can kind of see the different colors here. All right. So there's Islet and then here's Taffeta next to it. You want to shake it up really well. And the first thing you're going to see is that the consistency is a little bit different. Okay. So this is mineral based. So there is, depending on the minerals that are used to create these colors, the consistency is going to be a little bit different. So sometimes I get that question, but here you can see Islet is a little bit more neutral and Taffeta has a little bit more orange to it. All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix those two together on my plate here. Oftentimes I'll do this on the brush, but I thought I would show you on the plate so you can kind of see that process. All right, so I kind of blend those two together and I'm creating this custom shade now that, that looks a little bit too dark, right? Ooh, yikes, it's a little bit too dark. No worries. What you can do is you can go in. I'm going to take a little bit of a different, I don't have a shade lighter in the serum. I'm going to go in with a shade lighter in my concealer. Okay, so this is the shade Velour. And I'm going to just take a little bit of that. This is a shade down. I'm going to take that onto the cheeks here like that and kind of blend that in. I would have done it on the plate, but I'd already put it on my face. All right. So this is a great way to get that color down. So it's a little bit lighter and you can blend and mix those 2-3 products together. All right. The other thing is if for some reason it's still not as light as you want it to be, make sure that you go all the way out to your ear and down your neck. It's going to be a lot less obvious that you're not wearing the exact right shade of foundation if you make sure that you go all the way down the neck and out to the ears. All right. Sometimes I see people, they take their foundation and they stop right here at the jaw and then there's a makeup line. That is no good. Okay. Go ahead and blend all of that in all over the face. And again, I can take a little bit of that Skin Solution concealer, or Velour may not even have been light enough. I could have mixed in a little bit of Organza. That's a lighter color as well. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Organza kind of underneath the eyes here a little bit. This is what I call my double espresso. I take a little bit of the Skin Solution concealer in the shade Organza. And then I take a little bit of the eye cream, and these both have caffeine in them. So I take a little bit of those 2 products and I kind of take that there underneath the eyes. Whoa, way too much concealer. It's okay, I'll blend it out. So just take that all underneath the eye. You're like, oh my gosh, you guys, Katie is a mess. Take it on my forehead here, kind of use it as a little bit like highlighter. Press, press, press. Now I'm pressing, now that I've kind of worked it in. I'm not a makeup artist, you all. I'm horrible about applying concealer, so this is how I do it. I just like the warmth of my fingertips. I feel like I get the best application by using my finger. But look, now that's kind of blended. I'm going to take that kabuki brush, go along the edges there, so that way I don't have any harsh lines. But look at that. Okay? If for some reason your foundation is too light, I recommend going in with a little bit of bronzer. That's going to help already kind of add that contour, but you can do a little bit more to add warmth in the skin. Do not put bronzer all over your face. You still want to keep it strategic in how you apply it. Don't apply it all over the face. Dust it on like you would with your contouring, but it is a way to add a little bit of warmth and more color back into the skin. I like to set that concealer. You want to make sure you set the concealer. I use the Prime and Set Mist on my blending bud here, and this helps to make sure that that concealer does not settle into the fine lines underneath my eyes. So I just take a little bit onto the blending bud and kind of press that right underneath the eyes and set that concealer. You want to do it sooner versus later, because if you let yourself, like I make so many facial expressions, right? If you start making facial expressions, then you're going to get that concealer. See how that I'm making that face? The concealer can set into those fine lines and wrinkles. So make sure you use that setting product right away to help hold that concealer in place and not to get bunchy. Okay. Hey, how's it going? All right. Shelly says, I love mixing colors because people always tell I'm scarlet, but I think it makes me look so pale. Oh, yeah. See, so that's exactly what I mean. Like what I said at the beginning about, how everybody kind of has a shade preference. So just because somebody says like, oh, you need to be wearing this specific color, it may you just may not love the way that it looks on the skin. So that's what you want to make sure you just blend. Make sure you, if you do go a little bit darker, blend down the neck, blend out to the ears. Tomorrow I'm going to do Sunless Tanner. I've already decided that. Did you just see how light I had to go? I do not like going light, you all. I love to look and have that nice sun-kissed look on my face. Okay. So there you have it. If you have any questions about what to do, if you order, really quick, if you order Younique foundation and it's not the right color, Younique does have a love it guarantee. I can't speak for other companies and how they do their guarantees and their returns and all that good stuff, but Younique does have a love it guarantee where in the first 2 weeks of the product, of having it, you don't love it, you can return it and get 100% money back on that particular product. You can also exchange it for a different color. But like I said, I recommend if you get the product and you love the way that it wears on the skin and maybe it's just a shade or two off, consider getting that same product in a slightly either darker or lighter shade and kind of mixing the two together to kind of help create that custom look, as long as the match isn't super far off. Like if it's like dramatically different, then yes, it makes sense to return it. But I personally love kind of mixing things together, depending on the shade that I need, so that way I can achieve the color that I'm at for that particular day, because it just changes so much. Make sure also you want to set the whole face after you get done doing all of your makeup. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that really quick. If you have any questions about foundation and color matching and all that good stuff, please do not hesitate to ask. If you find this video helpful, please make sure you let me know that in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff, so whenever I post a new video, you're notified. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.